Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into a fascinating paradox. How does a company that actually builds relatively few cars manage to command such unimaginable prestige and, honestly, eye-watering prices? We are talking about a brand that has completely redefined our expectations of design and performance over the last century. Yep, we're talking about Ferrari.
So let's really dive into this. Have you ever actually stopped to wonder what makes a single car worth $50 million? I mean, it's a staggering thought, right? Today, we're going to unpack 5 incredible facts from our source material that aren't just fun trivia. They're actually a masterclass in brand building. We're going to see exactly how history, performance, and pure image all combine to create this ultimate blueprint for luxury.
And that blueprint? Well, it all begins in 1939. Think of this year as our starting line. It anchors us right in the origins of the legend, setting up a foundation of exclusivity that's just compounded in value over the decades.
Because 1939 is the year Ferrari was officially founded by the man himself, Enzo Ferrari. And this insight is absolutely crucial for understanding that crazy price tag today. You see, this global empire wasn't born out of some boring, focus group-driven corporate boardroom. No way. It was built by a singular, uncompromising personality driven by a raw, unyielding passion for motorsport. That uncompromising origin gave the brand this aura of elite exclusivity that money alone, no matter how much of it you have, simply can't manufacture.
And that intense personal vision? It materialized into a global identity we all know, the Prancing Horse. It's way more than just a logo on a hood. It practically operates like a psychological trigger. You can show that bold black silhouette to anyone, anywhere in the world, and it instantly screams speed, prestige, and exclusivity. It's honestly a prime example of how one powerful visual asset can carry the immense weight of an entire brand's legacy. But, historical heritage and a killer logo will only take a brand so far if they don't have the modern engineering to back it all up. Which brings us to the number 986. Just take a second and let that number sink in. When we look at their engineering evolution, this figure represents a massive, almost incomprehensible leap in raw power from those early days. That 986? That is the staggering horsepower of the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. It's basically Ferrari's ultimate flex. They've taken nearly a century of historical pedigree and packed it into a street-legal car that delivers almost 1,000 horsepower right to your local pavement. It's wild. They are constantly pushing the absolute physical limits of engineering, making sure their modern machines completely live up to the mythos of their past.
But here's the thing, you simply don't get to build a mind-bending street car like the SF90 without completely dominating the track first. 16. Now, it's a pretty sharp contrast to that massive 986 we just talked about, but in the ultra-competitive world of racing, this double-digit number actually carries infinitely more weight.
16 is the number of Formula One Constructors' Championships won by Ferrari. This isn't just some vanity metric or slick marketing talking point. The track is literally their ultimate R&D lab. Decades of engineering triumphs and hard-fought podium finishes are distilled directly into the DNA of every single car they sell. It proves they don't just look fast. They systematically defeat the absolute best in the world time and time again.
So that rich history started by Enzo, the iconic branding, the raw horsepower of their street cars, and that relentless winning pedigree, it all leads us right to this climax, over $50 million. It's an almost incomprehensible figure for a single vehicle.
According to our source facts, some ultra-rare Ferraris actually sell at auction for over $50 million. This staggering price tag is the ultimate culmination of everything we've just talked about. When a collector drops that kind of cash, they aren't just buying a vehicle to get from point A to point B. No way! They are buying a piece of that 1939 origin, the unmatched prestige of the Prancing Horse, the legacy of those 16 championships, and a physical masterpiece of pure performance. The brand value is so highly refined that these cars literally become moving works of fine art.
It's just incredible to think how Enzo's singular vision back in 1939 evolved into this ultimate blueprint for luxury. So here's my final question for you. Which of these facts accelerates your pulse the most? Is it the mind-bending 986 horsepower, the unmatched 16 world championships, or that staggering $50 million price tag? Let that rev in your mind for a bit. Thanks for joining me for This Explainer, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives just like this one.